I'm going to be recording. I'm going to have multiple devices going. How many other people are going to be recording? And I'm pro se. They have to let me through with my stuff, and they have to let me create my own records. So this is how it's going to go down. Stage 4 is in effect. You guys saw, if you watched the full playlist, I predicted stages 1 through 4. Stage 4 is in effect January 22nd, 10:30 a.m. What are they going to do? They ain't going to do nothing. I'm telling you. They're going to let me through with all my stuff recording is what's going to happen, because it's going to be the security out front. Hey, they're watching. What's up? Homeland Security. They're going to try to prevent me from getting in, recording and all that, right? So that's not going to happen. They're going to have to go tell the judge why I'm not there in time for my first appearance. So check. And January 22nd is checkmate. Fuck around and find out.
It's gonna be so bad.
Welcome to the Dummy Cougar channel, everyone. In today's video, we take you to the U.S. District Courthouse located in Concord, New Hampshire, providing the latest update on auditor activist Frank Staples, also known as Footloose, who, if I'm being honest, has the best nickname in the business. Joining Footloose once again is New Hampshire State Representative Jason Gerhard. Last fall, these two challenged a courthouse rule prohibiting recording throughout the premises, leading to their eventual arrest and a charge of failure to comply with law enforcement orders. For a detailed account on the beginning of their saga, check out the linked video below. In today's update, they're scheduled for their appearance regarding this citation and find themselves arrested once more. We have a lot to cover, but before we get started, please remember to subscribe, get notified, like, and comment below. Let's jump right in.
So yeah, hey, thanks for coming, brother.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you as well, Mr. Penguin, sir.
Guys, we're here with Footloose, aka Frank Staples, and Jason Gerhard, State Rep Jason Gerhard, and they're going to be filming today. And
Well,
you guys,
we're here for first appearance because we were already here filming and got arrested, and they charged us for disobeying a lawful order, right? And disobeying has to be, you have to be disobeying a law.
Yeah, a law.
They're telling you not to break, and there is no, they don't reference any law or anything. So
in their
it's
own
a
rules on
secondary
the
charge.
wall.
Regardless of any of that, even if there was some sort of rule or something, it's unconstitutional. It's a local rule in practice that has no force of law or penalty behind it. So you can't just say a right, a natural right, is illegal in you know, because you say, oh, you can't do it here in a public forum. We got Glick versus Cuniff, which says we're allowed to film police in the course of their duties, and there's a lot of police here, Homeland Security, federal police.
Absolutely.
So I 100% have a right to film them in the course of their duties.
Glick gets brought up throughout this video, and we will briefly touch on that case in a few minutes. As for courthouses being public forums, that's simply not the case. And here's a small sampling of some case law that shows just that. A courthouse, and especially a courtroom, is a non-public forum. The lobby of the courthouse is not a traditional public forum or a designated forum, not a place open to the public for presentation of views. The courtroom is a non-public forum where the First Amendment rights of everyone, attorneys included, are at their constitutional nadir, meaning at their lowest point. Another court ruled the building housing the Rutland District Court is a non-public forum. And lastly, nor is a courthouse parking lot adjacent to the courthouse a public forum. So they go in shortly after this, where a confrontation almost immediately transpires. Let's take a look at that.
So yeah, you guys want to inhibit my access to the court? It's going to be on you. You're going to be liable. Putting you on notice right now. It's going to be a malice standard because you know I have the right to do it. There's also an exception to people who are representing themselves to have their electronics in the courtroom. Okay? So you might want to check your own rules before we get this party started. Hey,
what's up? So we have a court appearance at 10:30? Yeah. So we're here.
So the judge has ordered that you guys
to film you in the course of your duties. Glick versus Kunif, First Circuit decision. So if you want to arrest me again, well, then you're going to have to. There's one of two ways it's going to go. You're going to not let me in, or you're going to let me in.
Well, not Footloose's most profound moment, but he can't hit home runs every time. As for Glick, yes, that case did establish that there is a constitutional right to videotape police carrying out their duties in public. However, in that same case, the First Circuit goes on to say that, quote, the right to film is not without limitations. It may be subject to reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions. Glick was in a public park when he was arrested while recording, which is a traditional public forum. Footloose, on the other hand, is in a federal courthouse. Glick just doesn't apply here.
And the rules are that I am representing myself and I'm allowed to bring my electronics in there. It says it. There's an exception to people who are representing themselves.
Hold on a second. But attorneys can bring their cell phones, correct? So if we're representing ourselves,
I have my
suing
jurors.
jurors.
I have my first appearance.
Okay, let him
filing.
look at it.
Yep.
I get it. Listen, I don't
Look it
want
up and talk to the judge.
These are all details, right?
We're not requesting anything. We're doing it. We're doing it. I'm here doing it, and I'm coming in there one way or the other with my phone because I have here all my notes. Well, then what are you going to do? You're just going to leave me here in the lobby?
No, you can't hang on the lobby.
Well, I'm here to see the judge. I need to see the judge. So if you want to bring me to the front of the judge in handcuffs, that's on you. Or you want to arrest me?
That would be on you.
No, that's fine, of course. So I'm trying to get in there with my electronics. So you're saying you're not going to let me in with my electronics, with my documents, and even though I'm representing myself. You're violating your own rules, correct? No. There is a rule that has an exception to parties who are representing themselves. I'm allowed to bring my stuff in there. And how am I going to represent myself if I don't have all my notes?
So I think Footloose has a valid point here, because not only is photography prohibited, so are personal electronics. And if you are like him, representing yourself in a case, a cell phone or personal device could certainly come in handy. However, the court has this covered in their local rules. Throughout this whole video, you'll hear this whole crew proclaim that the following rules give them the ability to photograph or record in the courthouse. That's simply not the case. I'm going to cover the entirety of this subsection and go over what it actually means, not what these guys seem to think it means. The subsection in question is 83.8, photographing, broadcasting, and televising. First, let's summarize what the prohibition is on this subsection. Unless authorized personnel are performing official government duties, individuals are not allowed to engage in any form of photographing, recording, broadcasting, transmitting, or televising within the courthouse, including specific areas like the garage, basement, ramp area, and other designated locations for security reasons. This prohibition also applies to individuals participating in court proceedings remotely. As for electronic devices, individuals are also prohibited from possessing any equipment of means of photographing, recording, broadcasting, transmitting, or televising within the courthouse unless they are authorized personnel in the discharge of official government duties. But there are some exceptions. The court may allow photographing, recording, broadcasting, transmitting, or televising in specific circumstances such as naturalization ceremonies or special proceedings. That's not what's going on here. As for having electronic devices, members of the bar are allowed to possess and use electronic devices within the courthouse with certain restrictions, and pro se litigants may request similar privileges. Overall, the passage establishes strict rules regarding media-related activities within the courthouse while allowing for some exceptions in specific situations or members of the legal profession under certain conditions. Nowhere in these exceptions does it say anyone, including attorneys, pro se litigants, or fake anarchists like Breaking the Law, can record in this building.
I have a right to create my own documents. I have a right to film police in the course of their duties like a first unit.
Not in here.
Sure. It's a public forum, sir. Would you agree that this is a public forum?
I don't need to see it. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, you do actually.
I don't need
It
to see
says
it.
it's a public forum.
That's right.
So let's go what? What does that mean?
I'm filming you right now.
We both have court.
You're filming right now, okay? And why are you filming this? That's what I want to know.
Because it's our First Amendment protected activity.
It might be.
I don't film.
Right now.
You're going to notice you just agreed that it might be, so you're going to be a malicious prosecution if you go further. You want to arrest me for brother, I'm telling you, you want to arrest me for protected activity, go right ahead. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. So you want to arrest me again? Arrest me again. Let's go.
You're going to get arrested again, I'm telling you right now.
That's
so,
fine.
all I can tell you right now is no filming. Past this point. That's it. That's
Past
it.
the lobby.
You can make whatever
Past
points
the
you
lobby,
want.
right? We're allowed to film the lobby, is that what you're saying? Are you saying we're allowed to film the lobby?
I'm just telling you right now.
This says we're allowed to film the lobby, right?
Past this point right here,
This
you ain't going no
This
further.
says we're allowed to film the lobby, correct?
You ain't going no further than right here.
So we're allowed to film the lobby,
You ain't
correct?
going no further than right here.
Frank, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, he made it clear. He made it clear.
It's clear. No, not really.
Stop. All right. Let me just say something. Okay, I'm also defending this thing. I'm actually got a little. Oh, let me put this on. Changes everything. State rep. Okay.
So yes, Jason Gerhardt is a state representative in New Hampshire, though he is better known for his pipe bomb making abilities that landed him in prison for 12 years. When he's not providing munitions to tax evaders, he can be found promoting the shooting down of commercial airliners because of chemtrails, or he could be spotted in the New Hampshire State House submitting bills leading to the secession of the state, thus becoming the 196th country on our planet.
And you're making a choice here today to violate people's rights. You're making that choice too, just like the vaccine.
All I can tell you
Yeah.
is I understand what you're here for. But you got to understand my rule and what I
No, I get it. I get
You
it.
got to understand that.
I do.
Yeah, and I believe
If you can't
that.
understand that, guess what? We ain't going nowhere.
I just believe that your methods and your training has been lacking.
That's your truth. That's
Well, I mean, it's showing now. As an educated citizen, I am telling you that you're very uneducated with the law.
I guess you said I'm not educated.
No, I believe you're not.
Yes, officer. Listen closely to Anarchy Grande here. He definitely knows what he's talking about.
Police force in the
All I can tell you guys is that if you want to make this thing go smoothly,
Yeah.
just not bring your phone.
I have to bring my phone in.
The only thing I'm worried about is if I do that, then I'm basically everything else I did previously was a waste of time.
Right.
Because I was arrested in the same spot.
Right here, doing the same thing.
So I'm confused now how that was illegal. I'm facing a charge for something that I'm not being charged with now. That's
But you know what? I'm trying to give y'all leeway, okay? That's the reason why you're getting arrested now. I'm trying to.
You mean America is the only leeway I go with?
Remember that he said this because in about 15 minutes, Anarchy Grande here is about to flee the courthouse to avoid consequences. It's important to remember that recording is strictly prohibited throughout the entire building, including the lobby and even the parking garage. Despite this rule, the officer is being lenient here, and of course they attempt to exploit this flexibility.
If you can, let
So
the
all you gotta
judge
do-
know that I am
Put 'em
here
away.
to present myself,
Leave 'em.
sui
Don't
juris,
say you won't do it.
via special appearance, and so is this other gentleman, Jason Gerhardt. If we stop in the lobby, we're asking for an escort from the clerk because that's also in your rules that the clerk can escort us to film places in special proceedings. And this is a special proceeding, 100%. Because if we were arrested last time in the lobby for doing what we're doing now, in a much more peaceful and quiet fashion, then why aren't we being arrested here now today, right here?
If you listen.
Okay, it's a slam dunk.
I could arrest you.
What?
The judge does not know who they're playing
I
with.
have a letter to, but
We are allowed to record public officials and police in the course of their duties.
I'm not saying that.
And that is what I'm doing here today. I am not in a restricted area. There is no restricted areas that I'm trying to record in.
Is it?
I have a right to wear a body cam, and these police officers here that I have a right to film do not have body cams.
I know it's a little hectic, but at the beginning of this clip, you could hear Footloose mention he's there to present himself sui juris on special appearance. Sui juris, by legal definition, is basically just someone competent enough to represent themselves or act on one's behalf. Sovcits have adopted this term to assert their, quote, independence from the court's authority, claiming that the court lacks jurisdiction over them. This often ties into their beliefs that federal courts function as maritime courts due to the fringe on the U.S. flag, or that they have, quote, redeemed their sovereignty through unconventional interpretations of the UCC. No court has ever supported these claims.
Yeah, I was just transferred over here. I'm in the lobby. My name is Frank Staples. I'm here to present myself.
Hey.
Sui juris.
Thompson?
Special
Thompson.
appearance. And,
Thompson. Thompson, can I show you something? Thompson. This is right here.
Now I'm here in the
Pro se litigants and others may extend similar privileges upon application to the clerk of the court and show of good cause for a particular need for an exception. And this is the exceptions regarding photography. That's exactly what he's quoting, and it's right here in our face. And you're not going to do anything about it. You're not going to follow the rule.
I'm following the judge's rule.
This is, hey, the judge's rules could be unconstitutional, and you could be, losing your qualified immunity right now because you said you're well trained, right? You're a well trained officer.
have it go in one ear out the other.
No, qualified immunity is gone
What does the court say?
I'm not going to listen to no more of this.
because your qualified immunity is gone.
If it's gone, it's gone.
It is rules right here, rules right there.
Guess what?
You're in violation of your own rules.
I don't need you to tell me anything, sir. I know the law.
Are you gonna try to hide the rules now?
Hide it. You already took a picture of it. They're not going to hide it. You got it all on your phone. and
Do you
stuff.
have it memorized? Do you have these rules memorized?
Do you?
I just read them. I have them fresh in my mind. Well, you're assuming that you know it all, and you haven't even read it, and you're enforcing things you don't even know. So we need to go along with this game, this charade.
That's your opinion, sir.
It's not an opinion. The rules are right there.
Anarchy Grande, full of so much confidence, did a really poor job at interpreting these exceptions. Remember, there are only two exceptions here. The first one is for photography. It reads, the court may prohibit the photographing, recording, broadcasting, transmitting, or televising of naturalization, investiture, swearing in, or similar ceremonies or special proceedings. They're there for a simple criminal matter. Nothing here applies to that. The second exception is for the use of personal electronic devices for members of the bar. And if we read here, it says in very plain language that even Anarchy Grande should be able to understand. In no event shall any such device be employed by counsel or anyone else in any manner designed to photograph, record, broadcast, transmit, or televise any proceeding, scene, discussion, or event. It is the intent of this rule to preserve the prohibition set out in subsection A while allowing some reasonable flexibility to members of the bar to effectively perform their professional obligations. And the pro se litigant part that's explained here at the bottom is covering the prohibition of cell phones, not of taking pictures. It clearly says you cannot record.
Oh, I just spoke to someone, so I'm here for a court hearing at 10:30. I've been here since 10:25 with another gentleman who was also here to present himself sui juris, the special appearance, at our first appearance today, because we were arrested for recording in the lobby here on 9/11. We are here today now filming in the lobby, and for some reason, we're not being arrested. And they're saying we're allowed to film in the lobby. So I'm wondering why I'm here, why I was arrested to begin with. And I'm wondering why I am not being allowed to film our public officials and police in the course of their duties under Glick v. Kuniv, 2011 First Circuit case, which is binding here. Yeah, one moment. Put me in touch with somebody who could do something.
And answer your question, I'm allowing you to.
You are not allowed.
Whoa.
You didn't ask permission. Did I ask you permission? Did I ask you permission?
Guess what?
Did I ask you permission? Did I ask you permission? Did I ask you permission?
Well, you have to ask permission to be allowed.
I did not.
You know what?
You know what? Nothing. I know everything that you
Hey,
don't know.
that-
Okay?
Right here.
Hey,
Is Williams Finn.
Currently, he is permitting them to record, and while they took big offense to this reality, this leniency is about to come to an end, as you'll soon witness. This interaction has already been going on for approximately 40 minutes when Footloose and Gerhardt successfully persuaded the clerk of court to provide them with an application to allow them to bring their cell phones to their court appearance. Here's what happened.
Right?
We should always put all rights reserved, just in case.
What is it?
Signature, needs to, all emergency signature, all rights reserved. I mean, I want to reserve all my rights.
So I would put special appearance reserved.
Oh, the local rule.
Yeah, their local rule.
I gotta get it out of here.
Yeah, their local rule that allows us to bring electronics in. Their local rule that you know about. Exception under, hold on, are you ready for it? It's 83.8. It is the rule on photographing and broadcasting, and there are exceptions under C.
Guys, it's right there.
And what is the exception?
It says pro se litigants and others may be extended similar privileges upon application to the clerk of court and showing of good cause for particular need for an exception.
I think Footloose thinks this is his big gotcha moment, but it's what I've been saying this entire time. Pro se litigants may be granted an exception to use their cell phones for court-related purposes, not to record or film anything.
Lazy ass bitch.
No. That there's no RSA attached to that. Right here, this right here is exactly what they read. 83.8, section C at the very end, right there. Pro se litigants.
And that's directions right there.
No, hey, I ignore this stuff. This stuff doesn't have RSAs attached to it. Doesn't cite anything.
Just for dressing.
Doesn't cite anything.
It don't.
It's actually manipulative because it's not telling you the full rule. The full rule is right there, and that is not a total truth.
And you can find a full rule in lots of other places too. You know?
You mean like America with the Constitution?
Electronics under
Well,
part
you know, lots of
C.
people don't even believe in the Constitution.
Exception.
You're probably one of them.
So no. The Constitution applies, right? We have the right to First Amendment, we have the right to Second Amendment, Third, Fourth, Fifth, right? And what are you
And
doing?
guess what? Guess what? That's why you in this public area right here.
Wait, this is a public area?
Oh, this is a public area. He just admitted on camera. We got him. So why were we arrested last time? You don't know, Captain? Commander?
Right here.
Then you guys fucked us.
You guys fucked up.
This is great.
The other guy fucked up.
Actually, hey, call him as a witness. Call him as a witness.
Man, but he said he's in charge.
Thompson.
Hey, you guys don't need to do anything else now. You don't. You just admit it. Thompson can be pulled to the stand.
I know. We're going to call you to the stand, sir, as a witness.
He could be sequestered right now because he's in the courthouse.
Well,
I've been called to the
I'd
stand.
be more than glad to go in there because y'all got it all on film for you.
And you can't. And you just point to this vague sign, and you haven't yet read the actual rule.
But can you read?
I don't answer questions. I'm the one asking questions.
I can't answer yours either.
You know I can read. You're undermining my ability to read because you just saw me read over there. So now you're just degrading people.
I saw you.
I read the whole quote out.
I'm blind.
All right, you don't know nothing.
Anarchy Grande, you've read the rule, but understanding it appears to be the challenging part. Reading it is one thing, comprehension seems to be the hurdle for you. I find this whole thing similar to the Seinfeld scene about taking a reservation versus keeping a reservation. Anyone can take a reservation. Take. But the crucial aspect is in keeping the reservation. Similarly, anyone can read this rule, but the key lies in comprehension.
Right there, pro se litigants.
And it says it right here.
Yeah, it's
He's
displayed.
acting like it's already on. You guys already put the notice out here. Pro se litigants are allowed. Look at the last sentence. Exceptions. Pro se litigants are allowed to bring their electronics in there. So you guys talk about following your goddamn rules so much, but it goes in one ear out the other one. It goes in our favor,
just
doesn't
chill.
it?
Hey, chill. Just chill.
No, this is bullshit.
Just chill.
I have a right to protest this utter bullshit. And if you want to arrest me for that, free speech, go fucking right the ahead. That's what I'm here for. Arrest me. Public forum. He even said public space.
I mean, the whole building's a public space.
Public space. And to say
Except for restricted, locked areas.
These tyrants past this point is fucking bullshit. And that's why he doesn't want us to. Because we will catch the tyranny. You've been lenient enough with what? Allowing us to film the lobby, which it says we're allowed to do?
That's what's in discretion. That's what they said.
Whatever.
There you go, guys. Going to arrest Frank right now.
What is it? Why? For disorderly conduct and failure to comply with what?
Lawful order.
What was the lawful order?
There were a whole bunch of them.
There was a whole bunch of them? Okay.
My God.
So I'm being arrested for a lawful order.
Again? Second time? Come on.
What?
You arrested me last time.
No, I'm not helping you do any of your job, man.
Alright, let me just turn this off. So, real quick, I'm being arrested, right? Okay, so what am I being arrested for? I just want to get something right.
They're fine. With your double lock?
Can you tell me what I'm being arrested for?
And so why don't you bring us outside? Because if you bypass security, well, you're gonna bypass security again? Was a breach of your own security.
All right, guys.
I'm guessing that pointer was, what?
No, that point is, you're going to.
I'm going with two?
Yes.
Why? You never asked me to leave. I have on record you never asked me to leave, so if you tell me to leave, I'll leave.
Believe.
Okay, there you go. Penguin, he's telling you to leave.
And of course, at the first hint of trouble, Anarchy Grande swiftly retreated, proving his statist bona fides once again. When covering individuals within this moment, distinguishing between genuine believers and those merely cosplaying as civil rights activists become apparent. Footloose is a true believer, while Anarchy Grande is just simply playing dress up. Let's see what happened after they were cuffed.
We had a court appearance in federal court for disobeying an order to turn off a video recording device inside the federal courthouse, the lobby area. So today we went to challenge that ticket.
We went for the first appearance.
The first appearance, yes, okay. The legal stuff.
The arraignment thing.
Like that. We have all the video, but the point, we're just recapping everything to let everybody know that there definitely is some kind of misunderstanding with where our rights begin and end in the courthouse, the federal courthouse. Yeah, so if you get a chance, I think it's worth looking at the video only because, well, not only because, but for one reason. The transparency issue in the federal government's always been a problem. And I think if we're prosecuting people, especially for me, it's January 6th guys and people charged with government acts against the government, let's say, we're just not seeing what's happening inside of these buildings. As we saw, we weren't able to record in the courtroom because they were physically cuffed us. Well, they cuffed me. Anyway, the fact of the matter is we don't even know what jurisdiction they're operating under. Is it Article 7, Amendment 7, common law, or is it Article 1, Section 8, an administrative tribunal? He actually was able to get the judge to admit that it was indeed administrative tribunal, and we don't consent to that. So it'll be in the video, and hopefully he'll give some legal analysis afterwards to kind of go over how for other people to navigate these waters, Admiralty courts.
Admiralty courts is the waters, yes.
Yeah, we're learning as we're going, but I think it's important to challenge
and
these
they can't say, here's the thing too. They asked me, they're like, are you a sovereign citizen? I said, no, I'm a state citizen. There's a difference between a sovereign citizen. A sovereign citizen is stateless. They've renounced all their citizenship and they are stateless. And so I'm a New Hampshire state citizen. I took an oath to uphold the New Hampshire Constitution and the federal Constitution. I believe in the 9th and 10th Amendment. I believe in the Bill of Rights. But this Article 1, Section 8, Admiralty Court, the gold fringe, that's why they have a gold fringe on the flag. That's how you know the jurisdiction. And they act like it's not a thing, even though it's codified in the U.S. Code. It's 100% there and says what the gold fringe means. It means you're under maritime admiralty law, and it's a military tribunal. It is not a common law court. The judge did admit that it was not a common law court. So I'm not afforded the right to a jury trial, and this is a parallel court system that they have created, that they're putting us under, that is not constitutional.
And through deception, I would say, is key, because most people don't realize it, which you should, because as we stated in court, there's a different rule book when you're operating under common law versus this admiralty law. So anyway.
So if there's any ambiguity before, it should now be evident that we are dealing with two don't you dare call me sovereign citizens. Anyway, it looks like they were charged with disorderly conduct and another failure to obey a lawful order. Personally, I feel as if this saga is the most interesting thing happening in the 1A community right now, so expect more updates as they unfold. And I think that's where we'll wrap up today's video. Thank you everyone for stopping by today. This is Dummy Kruger, and I'll see you guys on the next video.